Borderline by Randy Warren. Setting: a room with an office desk, a chair behind it, and two to the side. It's set up like an office, but looks more like the back room of a store. Off to the side is an exterior door. It's closed. Lights up on Roy Putnam, seated behind the desk. His worn sports coat covers a workman's shirt, no tie. He speaks with a notable Maine accent, including using the vernacular "aya" and for the informal "yes." To the side of the desk sits George Riviera, an adult, any adult age. George is here on business. These two men are mid-conversation, casually chatting in the late afternoon.
So, yeah, it's a quiet town, but a good one. The people here are good people, hardworking people.
Seems pretty nice.
Your first time here in Holton?
Yes, it is. Frankly, my first time in Maine.
Aye. Well, Holton's easy to find. Just go north on 95, and if you find yourself in Canada, you just miss us.
How long you been mayor?
Oh, about forever. I'm probably stuck with the job. Nobody else wants it. No pay.
You've got another job?
Yeah. I work in a slaughterhouse
Oh,
for Jews.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, making meat the Jews can eat. Got a rabbi in there, has to approve everything we do.
You mean it's kosher?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you something. I'm really glad you got sent here.
Why is that?
Well, the border's only 3 miles from here, and the government spends all this time beefing up the southern border, but does nothing to protect our border up here.
From the Canadians?
From the Mexicans coming through the Canadian border.
How would that happen?
What do you mean?
Well, I've been with the Immigration and Customs Enforcement since just out of college, and I'm pretty sure that for Mexicans to reach Canada, they would already have to be in the United States first.
They could fly there. In Canada, snowflakes, all of them. They'll let anyone into their country.
So I gave you my business card, right?
Yeah, yes.
Do me a favor. Read it to me.
George Rivera, Mission Support Specialist.
And
what?
My name's Rivera. Did you consider that a man named Rivera might be Hispanic?
Hey, if you're here legally and you got a green card, more power to you.
I was born in Indiana.
Indiana. So, you're a natural born citizen.
See.
It is the Muslims. Now, it's a fact, there's a lot of Muslims that entered Canada, and with the feds paying zip attention to the border up here, it makes it easy for the Muslims to slip into the country. That's all I'm saying. That's why I'm so glad to see ICE up here in Holton.
Mayor Putman, if you are glad to see our presence here, that's good enough for me, and I'm grateful.
So, Agent Rivera, you asked for this meeting. What's it all about?
Specialist, not agent. I'm waiting for one more person to join us before we get into that.
Oh, how's about a big picture overview while we wait?
Well, you are right in that we do have a border problem. The American government needs to get some news disseminated to everyone here in Holton. We are coming to you because you're the mayor, and we need you to help us figure out how best to break the news.
The exterior door opens and Valerie Clement enters.
Sorry, I'm late. I had a bit of trouble at the border. Extra security check. Me of all people. Oh, you must be Mission Support Specialist Rivera. We've spoken on the phone so much that I feel like we've already met.
Mayor Putman, this is Valerie Clement with the Foreign Service Development Program in Canada.
Oh, you're from Canada, eh?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
Said what?
Oh. Never mind then. But yes, I am with the Foreign Service and specifically IRCC. I just lost my page. IRCC, Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada.
Are you guys some kind of joint task force or something?
Not a task force per se, but working together on a highly sensitive matter. Well, it's not a top secret sort of thing. No, we want everyone to know. And that's why we are coming to you.
Coming to me? For what? Oh, look, I'm just a part-time mayor.
It's funny, but I just realized that for all the months Specialist Rivera and I have been working on this project, we never actually stopped to lay out a plan for how to explain it to anyone. Huh.
Here's an idea. Why don't one of you just tell me?
Yes, perhaps that would be best. Mayor Putnam, are you familiar with the Richmond settlement just across the border on the Canadian side, just before you had reached Richmond Corners?
Yeah, a bit, like 5 or 6 farms.
Exactly.
Mr. Mayor, a couple of years ago, Washington gave us a multi-agency directive to prove a historic claim that Richmond settlement is actually within the United States, not Canada, and that a long ago era placed it inside the Canadian border.
America was very insistent.
Yeah, well, any error like that, yeah, fix it. It's just making America great again, if it's ours.
And as you know, Canada greatly values our friendship and fellowship with the United States. So when Washington asserted this claim over what we for centuries believed to be sovereign Canadian territory, we offered to jointly survey the land and, if the claim was proven, agree to the true and correct border location, even if that did sever Richmond settlement from Richmond Corners and the rest of Canada.
And Washington also agreed.
Look, I don't mean to be rude, but Richmond settlement is Canada. It's none of my concern. And I am sure this means a whole lot to your bureaucrats and such. But could you cut to the chase?
You're Canadian.
What?
Welcome home.
All right, I want to see some ID from you folks.
It's true, Mr. Mayor. We did the survey. Washington was right that the border was incorrectly marked, but the error was by 4 miles in the other direction.
Holton is in Canada, not America.
That's crazy. So what, are we all supposed to play hockey or something? Or we gotta leave?
Well, that is what we need to talk about. Our two countries met to figure out what all this means, and it surely does not mean everyone has to leave Holton.
No, not everyone.
Not everyone. What the hell does that mean?
Well, it's not a Berlin Wall situation. What it means is, well, we have become a mobile society, And our analyst of the 2020 census confirms that most people living in Holton were born somewhere else, even if only the magical 4 miles outside of town. So if they were physically born on American soil, they are American citizens and can move back into America if they want.
Or they can stay and choose to become Canadian citizens because they've lived in Canada for so long, even if they didn't know about it. And we would love to have them.
Absolutely.
So what about me? I was born right here in Holden.
Oh, you have no problem at all, Mr. Mayor.
No, I don't.
No, you can stay. You're Canadian.
I am not Canadian.
You were born on Canadian soil. You are a natural born Canadian citizen.
Bullshit! Pardon my French.
We speak French.
That's nice. Look, you can say whatever you want, but I'm an American.
How do you figure?
How do I figure? I figure because being American's got nothing to do with some arbitrary line some bureaucrats made up. Being American is in your heart. It's in your blood. It's just the very core of who I am.
No, it isn't. Because you're not American.
God damn it! I served in Vietnam. I put my life on the line for this country, for the United States of America. That's my country. I got drafted. I put my whole damn life on hold, and I served.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
But you're Canadian. I mean, how many ways do we need to say it? Only 5 minutes ago, you were shooting off about how much more America needs to do to protect its border, to gain control over immigration. And now, because it's you, the rules are supposed to change?
This can't be happening.
You think Miss Clement or I have the power to change this? That decision is made way above our pay grade. You want to be an American?
I am an American.
You can't be an American if you live in Halton, Canada.
Then I'll live somewhere else. And as far from the border as I can get.
Fine. Then file an application to immigrate into the United States.
That's it?
Yes. And wait your turn under the quota system behind all applications that are already ahead.
Mr. Mayor, Mr. Putnam, sir, you have lived your entire life only 3 miles from the rest of Canada. What really is the difference? Your town will remain the same. The border post will still be outside of town, just on the other side now. You'll gain wonderful medical insurance. And as part of the arrangements our country's made, your Social Security contributions qualify you for Canadian pension income.
Valerie, we're beating a dead horse. We need to find someone else to help us break the news before it leaks out.
Mr. Putnam, I suppose you're right. Who is your alternate?
The high school principal was born down in Portland, so he would be American.
I am an American.
Don't you understand? You're not one of us. Valerie, let's go.
George exits.
There's no part of me that isn't American. If I don't have that, then who am I?
Mr. Putnam, I took the liberty of bringing you your new passport. We were able to convert it from your old passport, which I believe the Americans have already invalidated. Here. No, it's not a bad thing being Canadian. You know, you have such a nice smile. You should smile more.
Valerie puts the passport on the desk, turns, and exits. Curtain.